Hey guys, welcome back to my garden. Today I am going to be putting in, I've worked yesterday and you'll see the video after this, where I amended my containers for the garlic, and I'm hoping that this year I'm more successful with this garlic seed planting. I am doing a little bit less garlic seed this year, and I've just purchased just one variety pack of Mackenzie Seeds. It's a Canadian company, and the only problem is it's a variety pack. I'm really not going to know what the variety is. So I spent some time today researching the garlic cloves, and hopefully my research has done me some good service. I've just written some little notes on the back of the seed packet with each variety to see what they are. I took an opportunity to take the containers that I had for the carrots. There is still some of the root life in there. And then I did top it with some manure and a little bit of the Pro Mix. The Pro Mix will have some nutrients in it. It also has microactive things going on in it with microbiology. This is a premium organic vegetable and herb mix. And I just topped it with the Pro Mix. I have the compost as a layer, and then I have the other matter from the carrots from before. And these 3 containers are going to be my garlic. Now, the largest bulb, it says, is the Mennonite bulb. It says it's light, which this is, and then it says, let's just unpeel it. It says it's going to have 4 to 5 bulbs per garlic head. So let's just, this is well wrapped too. So these are a hardneck variety, which grow well up here in Canada. I think that was, yep, another ladybug. I found so many ladybugs in my garden this year, and last year there was none. So look at that. It is very light in color, and there is 5 bulbs to this, and it says there'll be 4 to 5 bulbs. So I'm just going to say that these ones are the Mennonite variety, so they are quite large. And the size of bulb, I'm going to try and keep this wrapper on, but the size of the bulb is supposed to actually determine the size of the garlic head. So the bigger the bulb, the bigger the head will be. So this will stratify and split during the winter months. It needs a long cold period to help it do that, and that's why the winter months work really well up here in Canada. And this will be the bulbs. So I'm going to get 5 Mennonite garlic bulbs here, which means I will get 5 garlic heads, hopefully, in next season's, in 2024 season. So I'm going to put these 5 in one of my containers. There is a friendly bee that has joined me. Okay, so this is the Mennonite variety. So I'm going to plant this one now so I don't forget. So in this container, it is 18 inches by 18 inches. I'm going to plant them only 3 wide and maybe about 3 depth. So we'll see how many we go. But with this one, the first 5, I might just do, you want to go, I'm going to go quite deep because I want it to have as much protection from the soil, and it needs to go double the depth of this garlic seed. So last year, I don't know if I actually did that. And I am going to top this again with some more. I have some worm compost too. So I'm going to do that and see how well that goes. One here. And one here. And the circumference will also help. You want to make sure you've got room for that bulb to grow. So I've got 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to go kind of off center here. And go 1, 2. So my 5 will be right here. Okay. 1 and 2. So that one, I'm going to try and keep the holes noticeable so I know that there is garlic there. And then I'm going to grow 3 more garlic bulbs in this one. I just have to figure out which one I'm going to grow in here. Now this next head has 6 bulbs in it, and I'm going to open it up because with the varieties I have here, I went with which ones are the large ones. So now I need, this one's going to have 4 to 6. This one has 6 in it, and this one is the, okay, so I said that wrong. This is the music garlic because it had 5 in it. This one says it'll have large 4 to 5 cloves, so that was music. This one must be the Mennonite. It also is, oh, let's see what color it is and see. Because the color will actually tell me though. Because it says for the music, it's, oh, it'll be a light color too. Just a large clove. Okay. So this one has, it's also a hardneck variety. It does have 6 cloves, but if you can see, this one is really small. I won't get much of a clove from it, so I'm going to just keep that one. And I will plant these garlic cloves. So let's put that in there. 1, 2, and 3. Let's actually put 3. Now with garlic, you want to plant the pointy part here, face up, and this flat side is where the roots will grow. That it has to be faced up. So this one's already completed. And maybe next year I won't know which garlic is which, but on the bright side is if it grows, I will have garlic. So to the next container. Here's my next container. This one I want to grow. Let's see. Maybe I can grow. This one is all small cloves, and according to my research, the red garlic, the purple stripe, this should be purple stripe. Let's have a look. And can I see any purple stripe on this variety? I don't really see any purple striping. Maybe if it is, it's very faint. Maybe it's just the ones that they sent me. They are a hardneck variety as well. So I'm gonna put those ones together there. Let's look at the other one, because apparently these should be large cloves. And it's gonna be a large purple. This one should be white and purple, and large bulbs, which this is a large bulb, a large head. But do I see any purple? Unfortunately, maybe a very slight. This one looks like it's already just ruined. It's got a spot on it, so I can't actually use it in my garden because you want healthy garlic. And I don't see any coloring on that one, but that one will have to go inside. So I guess for this year's garlic season, I'm just going to be growing garlic. I'm not going to be able to figure out which ones they are. This one, the wrapper has come off, but that's okay. You can still do fine with the wrapper off, you just don't want damaged bulbs. The wrapper actually protects it as well. I'm going to put this one in the center as deep as I can. And I want to try to get the biggest bulbs that I can get. So this one's a big bulb. So I'm going to put that one right here. Let's put this one. This is 2 bulbs. First. So I can tell you the Mackenzie seeds, so far the quality for this year's garden season is not the greatest. They are supposed to be a large bulb. They probably grow about 8 bulbs in each one, which is probably why. You want to make sure you have the space for them. And I'm going to put this one on the inside. Okay. Another larger bulb here. And this is a couple of them. So the smaller ones I'm not going to put in, but the bigger ones we can, because they'll provide 8 in each. 8 little bulbs in the garlic head. So there we are. So this one is completely all done with 1 garlic. This was not, this is supposed to be a hard neck. I think this is not even a hard neck. Did not even have a hard neck in it. Or did it? Oh, it did. Okay. So that one's completely done by all 1 variety. So the next one can be done with the 2 varieties. And this one here, let's do 1. These are all smaller, so I might do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 2. That is 2. 6 of that kind. The other ones are quite tiny, so I'm not going to put those ones in it. And then these ones are those other bigger varieties. I'll put 3 of those in here. 2, 3. All right. So now we officially have our garlic planted for this year. Now I'm planning on doing something I have never done before. For next year, my plan is, because these are in a container, I still want them protected from the cold. I'm going to put some mulch on top of these. I am first going to top this with a little more compost. It's a worm compost. And I will actually protect it. I'll put it up against the shed where I have my garden supplies right now. And in hoping by doing that it will provide some type of shelter for it, but also it'll still receive sun. And once the spring comes, I'll remove it and put it in full sun area so that it can continue to grow. And I'll make sure to take the mulch off. These ones, I feel like I'll have an easier chance at taking the mulch off than I did last year's. I had too many containers. I felt like I put too many clothes in each container, so we're going to try and see if we can learn from last year, and hopefully this is successful. I already did this topping up last night, and of course the squirrels were already at the containers, so I'm really hoping that I can get them to not touch the containers. But we will see. Maybe mulching them with the leaves from the yard will actually help do that. So the next thing I'm gonna do is mulch these. I gotta water them first though. Alright guys, I got these container topped and I have them watered in. I am now going to add the mulch to the top of the container. I'm just taking some loose leaves from the garden and I'm just going to cover it with about 1 inch or 2 of mulch, and hopefully it won't be too compacted for it to grow up in the spring. And I'll just get it nice and light, and I will remove the mulch as soon as I'm capable of doing so in the spring. So I'll do this to all of my garlic containers. There we go. Hoping that this year is more successful than last year. I'm going to go put it over here where those containers are, just to seek a bit of protection by the garage. And yeah, we'll see how this goes. Alright guys, I've done it. I got the garlic in where I want it to be. Just over here, I've got the containers beside it, just to help as a little bit of insulation. I've also put up, I don't know if you can actually see, but there is a little bit of a fencing, tiny little fencing around each one, just to see if I can prevent the squirrels from going in the containers and digging them up along with the leaves. So we'll see how that goes. Actually, I'm just going to give you a little bit of information too about garlic. Things that you do need to know about garlic is they do need light soil, and they also need to be amended. So you do need to have fertilizer in the beds, and you do need to feed them in the spring as well. Once they're coming up, give them some extra nutrients as well. These containers, actually, the potting mix comes with the fertilizer that's enough to start it up, and then I will be amending them in the springtime as well. Plus there's compost on top of that, so all of it should get the nutrients that it needs. And yeah, so I hope that this is successful. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you want to continue on in my journey, go ahead and click the subscribe button and follow along with me, and just to see where these garlic, if the garlic grows in 2024. Guys, I want to thank you. I'm actually thinking I do have a few bulbs left of planting a few in the ground. I'm not exactly certain where I'm going to plant it because I want to make sure it does come up. But on the next video, you'll be seeing me wearing the same outfit because I'm going to go do this now, but I don't want to have too much content. I'm trying to split it up, and I'm trying to get as much done in the days that I'm off because I am a full-time nurse, but these are the days I have to do the things that I need to get done. And I'm going to be harvesting my kale, my herbs, and some seeds, and I am planning also to plant out the strawberries into the garden because I was going to try and see if I can save the strawberries for next year. If we want to move and get some property, but I wanted to do this year, but just the way things went, it just wasn't feasible. Also, the market's not really the greatest right now, as well as our mortgage comes up for renewal in May. So we plan on looking at even just property in May. Even if we aren't selling this property, I do want at least to buy some property, and it'll all be how it goes. So follow along with me too as well if you want to see what does happen in 2024, because we really, really, really want to get a bigger property. Even though I know that I have a lot of property here, it's an in-town property. My husband doesn't want to have chickens in town, and I'd have to actually probably do some more research about doing that if I did have the chickens in town here. But also, even though we have had some trees taken down by the city, there was a tree right here. Actually, sorry, there was a tree right here that has allowed us to get a little bit more light, but that is the evening light, as well as a few of these trees have been brought down. But if you can see, there's just so many trees around us. We're just not getting the sun that we need to grow as much as I want to grow for our future. So I'm hoping to find some property. So I really hope that does happen. I guess that's that. Until the next video, guys, take care. Bye.